Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Still tuned into EKSE Live right here on the biggest youth show in the motherland. Joining us still in the building is with James Bull, who's talking to us about the AfriTech Festival that is happening from the 7th to the 11th of November at the CTICC. And my, oh my, it is exciting, not just for me, but it should be exciting for you as well, especially as a business owner.
Oh yes, of course, the conversation still continues, Lan, and of course we do want to find out more about it. Now, before we headed over to an ad break, we're speaking about, all the different facets that the AfriTech Festival achieves and hopes to achieve. Now, with we know that gender equality, in our workspaces is still something very much a lived reality for most of us. And with women only occupying less than 25%, in the digital sector, is quite very disappointing. So how does the AfriTech Festival, address or plans to address, these kind of gender gaps that we have and we see in our industries?
Yeah, so obviously, the gender inequality gap is a big issue globally. Yeah. In terms of what we do, it's really at the forefront of our agenda and everything we do. So even started with the speakers on our program, we aim for minimum 50% female representation for the speakers. And also our agendas are packed of discussions around gender parity and what's needed to get there. Obviously, the fourth industrial revolution in Africa, there's a big skills gap that needs to be filled, so we need to make sure that opportunities are being created. There are obviously lots of discussions around Africa having a huge youthful population, so what we want to make sure is jobs in this sector, people aren't not having the opportunities that they should have to join this sector and have the opportunities. We also work with a number of third parties, one of which is called EQL. So they're a global events and community platform who are working with us and hosting some content next week. They're also hosting a gala evening where they'll be celebrating lots of the CEOs, female entrepreneurs and leaders that they work with. And I think as well, there's some really great examples in Africa of where, female opportunities are being given in government, in enterprises like Rwanda, for example. We're seeing huge advances made there. So we're doing all we can to help advance that and join that process with everyone.
And bridge the gap, which is very, very important. Now today on EKSE, our topic is artificial intelligence, and we want to find out if artificial intelligence has anything to do in your guys' festival. Is it in way and connected with artificial intelligence, and is AfriTech part of doing something that has to advance technology right now?
Yeah. So there's huge amounts. Obviously, I've mentioned the fourth industrial revolution a few times, how technology is being used in every day. It's being used in manufacturing, it's being used in healthcare, it's being used in travel. So yeah, we do have a conference track that is focused on AI and digital transformation, where lots of speakers from across Africa are coming in and giving us their case studies. We've also got a lot of customers who are exhibiting on the show floor and showing people what their AI technology can do in lots of really interesting ways.
And you've spoken a lot, about the great opportunities that this festival will provide. Ulandile was mentioning now, not just to the people that, are up there and the CEOs, but also to people on the ground who are starting up, and just trying to find their feet when it comes to the, the digital sector. Now, we have been informed that almost 90% of the booths have been occupied. Wow. What was the objective, when you were sitting down as a team, and what is the objective that you have for people that are going to be a part, showcasing their work? What do you hope for them to walk away with?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think that the way we see the event from people exhibiting is it's really a pathway into doing business within the continent. So we have lots of customers who may be in the States or in Asia that have got a really, really good product that is a solution to an issue on the continent. So we want to be seen as a pathway for them to come here and meet with people that will see real value in that product. We also work with lots of African brands that may be really strong in their own province or in their own country, and they want to expand that and again bring a case study to the event to show we've been doing this great study in Ghana. It's going to work. It can work here as well, maybe in healthcare or in telco. So we want to encourage people, and that's what we feel the opportunity we offer is at the event. It's to really make a change and be involved in something really special that's happening across the continent in terms of technology and digital transformation.
And then to all the attendees, real quick, my directors want to find out what's happening in AFES, who's going to be coming, what can people look forward to, etc. And then after that, really quickly, you can tell us like social media, where can we find you?
Yeah.
And if we can possibly fill in the last 10% right here from people on the show.
Yeah, I think what we're doing with the AFES at the minute is we're holding back the acts to gain some
Holding back
momentum.
the acts.
And yeah, and we did that a few years ago. Again, I've referenced Black Coffee just because he's, you know, so big now,
Yes,
especially in the UK, he's huge. So what we did is we're trying to keep these artists back.
Yeah.
And then we're going to release them over socials over the next few days. To
All
just,
right.
Oh, give
That's
us your
very
socials, please.
Yeah, so that we know where to take.
Yeah, so our Instagram is at Africa Tech Fest. So yeah, follow all the updates there. They'll be coming out, over the next week or so.
Super exciting. So thank you so much for joining us in studio today and sharing all the knowledge about Africa Tech. I'm sure that the people that are watching at home are super excited about this as much as London. But of course, we've been informed about victims of a spelling bee that is happening.
I'm so scared.
I don't know why we just couldn't invite school children to come and be a part of this. You understand? Wink, wink to the producers of the show. Why do we have to be the victims?
First of all, I'm so upset because one, I have autocorrect on my phone. So I'm definitely going to get all of these words wrong. Right now, though, let's head over to Sibu, who's our games master, and let's go play a game.